think we have this. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Focus. Alright, so Red Bull Qualifier in Tarifa went pretty well actually. Considering the tricks I had at that time, didn't have much time to train, so definitely didn't have a lot of tricks, but just focused on the ones I had and try to make them look as extreme as possible. Very close to being in the final. What hurt a little bit is that it's the first competition in Tarifa I ride ever where I don't make the finals. So that was a bit of a sting, but that's good. That's fuel to the fire.
Well, I could definitely see that he was not back at his old level yet. Like, normally I know exactly which tricks to call that he needs, and now there were certain tricks that he told me before he didn't feel comfortable with doing yet. I think it's just a matter of gaining back the confidence again. And you needed a bit more time before the comp to gain back that confidence.
In the semi-final I rode against Stino, and Stino rode a decent first part of the heat, and then when I swapped to doubles he actually did a couple tricks that I only saw after that were massive. I was powered on the 8th and then I swapped for doubles and the wing dropped. That's
Story of the life.
That's the story of my life.
Story of the comp.
But at the same time, Stino's single tricks are super good, so I wanted to have an edge on him to do something different. I thought it would add to my overall impression. It did the opposite, but you know, that's life. Yeah, training now, and on to the next one.
This is the 4th year we are going to Oman, and it's always really special because there's no country where we kited so far that's like Oman. Like, it has a very typical culture. The first days we stopped with the camels and we had some grapes in the car, and then we give them some grapes and we make some pictures and some videos.
I think usually when people are describing Masirah, they think it's a fisherman's village where you can only kite and that's it pretty much. But the scenery is absolutely incredible. You go on this coastal road, and once you turn one corner, it goes from all of this kind of black rock, it turns into like a beach desert vibe. It's crazy. It's the scenery is impressive, and the boats and the culture, the vibe of Masirah is pretty special. So we came to Oman because it's always super windy here.
It's always good to train here.
Perfect. So we've been on a 12 pretty much.
We always have the good spot in the harbor where we can train. Like, it's super flat, a little bit of updraft. This year was a bit different.
Yeah, it's full of boats, so it didn't work. We've been in touch with the Sheikh Masirah, and he's been trying really hard to get rid of the boats, but the owners of the boats are not here. So we've been training other spots, but I think the biggest problem is that the wind has just not been what it's been the last 3 years.
Like it's not lifty.
Yeah, we're here for 3 years straight, and but it's just not windy.
Well, we don't know if it's the current or the pressure in the wind, or because it feels windy. Like at Lounge 9, it feels windy. We ride, we go like not even 5 meters high.
It's a bit frustrating because you launch the kite, you get excited, and immediately you get like all these tricks in your head that you wanted to work on, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be a good day, let's go. And then you do your first takeoff, and you check the surfer app, and it's like 8 meters, and you're like, no way, this is gonna be a tough day. But the spots, when they work, they're really cool. In Monkey Bay, it gets strong and you can catch magic gusts, which is such a cool feeling. It's really nice. I caught a really nice one in Monkey Bay where it wasn't crazy windy this day, but I was staying in the air for 10 seconds.
You were like going like back rotation, back rotation, back rotation. Looks so nice. I want to do it too.
And then we had a session in the harbor. Zara had a really good session in the harbor, landing kite board-offs, boogie board-offs.
Finally.
And steady.
So happy.
So that was really nice. And then we had a nice session at the small pier as well, where we could loop and progress a little bit. Not really able to do too many new tricks, but getting really comfortable with the tricks that I was working on the last couple of weeks, which is super important. Because I think for competitions, to be consistent is super important. And this is what I really want. I'm not a competition rider that one day does really good and one day does really bad. I think I'm very steady, and that's what most people don't like about competing against me, is that they have to ride a good heat, because I'm gonna ride a good heat for sure, and then sometimes a super good heat. Yeah, we get some sessions that we go that extra 1 or 2 meters higher, and then we can push and we can train, and then all of a sudden the place that was tricky to train in this year is becoming a super good place.